Usually time me and the boys get in the studio and I can just go off a simple drum loop that I like.
Yeah.
My process, it starts from just a whole bunch of premeditated thoughts. The process of me thinking about the ideas and what I want to say next.
Yeah.
You know, and by the time I get into the studio, I have to find that exact sound that triggered the emotion or the idea that I thought about 2 months ago.
In this clip, Kendrick Lamar reveals his step-by-step process for how to start writing a rap, complete from having nothing on the page to an eventual fully completed song. In a minute, we'll watch King Kenny describe where and how he actually gathers his premeditated thoughts that he mentioned that serve as the seeds for the emotion of the track, but the statement you've just heard from Kendrick serves as step number 1 of the Kendrick Lamar method on how to start writing a rap. Find a beat to match your original thoughts. Now, as YouTube's most subscribed channel on how to rap, we've been coaching rappers from around the world for nearly a decade now, and not every rapper's writing process is the exact same. Some rappers listen to a variety of beats and then instantly grab inspiration from the emotion the beat brings up in them, and then reverse engineer their lyrics to fit that beat. Jay-Z notably works that way, as exemplified in the story of the creation of his Kanye West produced anthem Never Change, where Hove immediately wrote the song to match the emotion of the beat upon hearing it. Kendrick Lamar, on the other hand, has a lifetime of experiences and emotions locked up and or written that he stores in his soul, and then after the fact finds beats to match those feelings. If you're interested in implementing the Kendrick Lamar writing process to learn how to start writing a rap, first identify your original premeditated thoughts and then find a beat that will match the emotional tone of what you're thinking. Step number 2 is keep a library of notes for those emotions that you're feeling.
I have to make notes because a lot of my inspiration comes from meeting people or going outside of the country or going around the corner to my old neighborhood talking to a 5-year-old little boy, and I have to remember these things. You know, I have to write them down, and then 5 or 3 months later, I have to find that same emotion that I felt when I was inspired by it. So I had to dig all the way deep and see what were the things that triggered the idea. It comes back. It comes back. It comes because I have key little words that make me realize the exact motion and what drew the inspiration.
Although we think of rappers as being hardcore, no fear, no emotion types of characters, the truth of the matter is that in order to be a life-changing songwriter, they have to be in touch with how they're feeling and what they experience in order to convert it into the creative format of songwriting. Often, the better a rapper is at identifying their emotions, the better they are at expressing their emotions. Kendrick Lamar has described his personal development in the skill of emotional identification for the purposes of writing a song through his tip in step number 2. Keep a library of notes for the emotions you're feeling. This method is ironically very similar to the Eminem note-taking process, where he scribbles down ideas constantly so that he doesn't forget them.
Nah, I think of lyrics in my head all the time, though. I try to keep them in my head, but I write anything that's around that I can write on, this desk, whatever. I'm not good at like keeping thoughts. I get scatterbrained sometimes, and I might try to remember, like, what was I thinking of earlier, and I won't remember it, so I gotta write it down. So I write my rhymes on anything. I save all my rhyme books, my rhyme papers, whatever, envelopes, whatever, you know.
The reason it's important to take notes in order to know how to start writing a rap with the Eminem Kendrick approach is that on any given day, week, or month, we go through so many experiences that it's likely we'll forget exactly how we were feeling in enough detail to make a song out of it. Therefore, it's a sound creative model to have a notes app full of ideas of what one could rap about if the right beat comes along. Additionally, we have a free video course titled How to Write a Rap on Any Topic in 20 Minutes or Less, which will take you step by step through our best framework for knowing what to write a rap about on any topic, which you can pick up by visiting the first link in the video description. But in any case, being in the habit of writing your ideas before you forget them, like Kendrick says, is an excellent way to make sure you have the most authentic system for knowing how to start writing a rap on the instrumental of your choosing. Step 3 is authenticity over audience.
I used to consider the listener, but now I'm in a space where if I'm not inspired, I can't really, do the music. I can't feel it. I think I put enough hours and work to be able to pen a 100-bar verse on the spot at any given moment. But for me to actually feel an idea and a concept, it has to come from me. And a lot of times I have to block out a lot of different needs and wants, you know, just for my own selfish reasons. But at the end of the day, it comes out where, you know, whether you like it or not, you know you're gonna know it comes from a real place. And it's gonna feel unapologetic, not compromising, and it's gonna feel me.
Now here's another multi-layered quote from Kendrick on how to start writing a rap. Let's look at this from 3 angles. First, consider the listener when you're brand new. Secondly, put in enough hours to write 100 bars on the spot. And number 3, once you reach mastery, do it just for you. What do we mean by consider the listener when you're brand new? Look, Kendrick Lamar is not saying in this quote that he has never written a song that didn't have the listener's enjoyment in mind. Especially when an artist is just trying to get on or first grow into the spotlight, they have to format songs that have a large appeal to a wide variety of fans. Certainly, we can hear that exemplified by the catchy, listener-friendly song structure of tracks like Don't Kill My Vibe or Swimming Pools. However, as rappers grow in their ability to both know their audience better and construct more authentic music, the listener will start coming to where the artist is emotionally rather than the other way around. Next, put in enough hours to write 100 bars on the spot. Sometimes people can watch a video like this and think that it means go through the 4-step process and only write 1 or 2 raps like Kendrick and then they're ready for the big time. Absolutely not. The often quoted 10,000 hours rule here is pretty important. Kendrick Lamar did enough hustling with his writing to get to the point that he could write 100 bars in one sitting, and now that he can do that, he has more creative freedom to focus on being his authentic self. We've talked about this in other How to Rap videos, where our motto is use quantity to get to quality, meaning that you have to write a massive quantity of raps in order to consistently write a massive quality of raps. An excellent way to make sure you can make a massive quantity of raps quickly and efficiently is taking that free rap writing course we mentioned before, but either way you decide to do it, make sure that you can indeed write tons and tons of long verses easily before thinking you've reached mastery in your ability to know how to start writing a rap. And then once you reach mastery, you can do it just for you. Authenticity is the main goal of any legendary artist, and so once that rapper gets to the level of Kendrick, they can have the luxury of being able to do it just for them. One of the reasons we admire artists like Kendrick is because he does not compromise on originality for streams, clicks, and sales, and thus every album is different because it represents a unique aspect of the creative whole that is Kendrick Lamar Duckworth. Therefore, once someone has gone through literally decades of practice and progression the way Kenny has, the best gift they can give to the world is to keep it 100 by being authentic at all times. Now, step 4 is once you're done, you're done.
Man, as soon as I hit master and I just turn that thing in, I try not to listen to it or even see the actual response, you know, for a while. Because I've been attached to this, you know, piece of art for the last, you know, year and some change. I've indulged so much, I don't even want to hear it. You know, I just wanted to give it to the people, man, and let them take it and live with it and breathe it.
There's an old saying attributed to the legendary artist Leonardo da Vinci that goes, "No great work of art is ever finished, it's only abandoned." Kendrick Lamar is echoing this sentiment in step 4 by telling us that once a rap is actually completed, sometimes the best thing to do is just release it and not think about it for a while. Artists often like to say things like, "My songs are like my children, I can't pick my favorite." And that analogy is solid because it represents the amount of pure emotion and investment that a creative person puts into their work. But with emotion and investment comes the clouding of judgment. Therefore, much like Kendrick says, it is often a good principle at some point to just release what has been written and give it to the people and to not cloud judgment by trying to do anything more to it. We already know just how paralyzing perfectionism can be. So step 4 of the Kendrick Lamar method to learn how to start writing a rap is to simply release the rap once the rap is written. It might be simple, but that doesn't mean it's easy. Now, we want to see you in the comments. What do you think is the most relatable or authentic Kendrick Lamar song? Now that you know the steps from Kendrick, which of his tracks can you most hear his system in practice? Because he had the premeditated thoughts and emotions, he put them to a beat that fits it, and then he just released it to the people, and now we have it. What do you think is the most authentic and relatable Kendrick song that represents these steps? Be Be sure to check out those free courses if you are a rapper who's watching this. And I look forward to hearting and communicating and commenting with y'all, as we're known for that on this channel. It's the Big Homie Drew. Thanks for watching. Peace.